Hi, do you watch Ling and Lam on this YouTube street yet? You don't know who Ling and Lam is? Then you have been missing. Okay, so welcome back to my channel. Today I'll give you background gist about this special couple that I love. Now, Ling and Lam are a couple living in Connecticut, USA, and they are super amazing in the sense that they bring their lifestyle and it's so sweet on the net. What is very peculiar about this couple now, the husband is Nigerian, African, the wife is American, and both of them have managed to keep us all entertained in the last 1 year, and they almost hit 800 subscribers as of today. In just about a little above a year, they began a YouTube channel. Now, what is so peculiar about them? Why am I so crazy about them? The first time I encountered them, as usual, YouTube suggested them. I began to watch. I think I went ahead to watch like 12 other of their videos on the same day. Like I couldn't get enough. I had to win myself slowly, like slowly to just follow their, videos now, because I practically feel like I've watched all their videos actually. So now I just wait for them to post. And they post about twice or thrice in a week as well. Ling and Lamb is their channel name, and that's not their real name, of course. The man is called Yinka Alawansen, and the lady is called Taraka, if I'm correct. A name that starts with T though. Okay, so both of them are Ling and Lamb, but both of them are Mr. and Mrs. Lawansen, okay? And they are such amazing couple in the sense that you will feel the urge to have an interracial marriage just encountering them. And it's not because of the races they come from, but because of the genuineness of their life. Whenever people say, oh, this marriage thing, I'm scared though, and all that, I say, cool down, right? People cannot pretend a lot. If you are afraid of something, then get closer to people who are getting it right. So that's why I'm doing this series, to open your eyes to people, of course, who are on the public domain, who your spirit can tell you whether they are for real or not.
Alright guys, so he's super excited. We just got in our latest shipment from Niger to go. He's not stopped bouncing around this apartment.
Hey, Lingy! Fine girl, what's the help me here?
Yeah, right.
You look so beautiful.
Okay, Ling and Lam, I recommend them. First of all, they got married sometime in 2000 and late 2018 or early 2019, if I'm correct. And how they met is very, very remarkable. Now, this guy is a used to be a Nigerian-based singer, but he's not just like your regular Davido or Wizkid. He sings for prison reforms. Yes, he sings for advocacy for for people who are in prisons without being charged and without being tried. Their emancipation. So he worked with the likes of the UN or on courses using his songs. Such a powerful niche. When I met him and heard about his story, I was like, I never thought about that. That's very creative. Okay, the closest I've gone to that kind of thing was sometime a few years ago in Abuja, when a friend of mine wanted to do like a reality show in prisons, but it was for those in correctional homes, those who are juveniles. And I felt, oh, somebody's actually doing this. Now, that's remarkable. On the other hand, his wife is an actress, model, also does a regular job at that time. How did they meet? Somebody decided to sponsor this guy to go to the US to shoot a music video and also promote his project. While he was on the plan to get to the US, if I'm correct, now he had a facilitating company in the US that was awaiting his coming, who was going to take him around, practically host him. And on the head of that team was a woman who is now his mother-in-law. All right. So during that trip, and as they were working, he needed to do this video, and he needed a video vixen in the video. While working with this woman, he has met her daughter in person and requested that the daughter be in his video. Okay, so long story short, they met, they began to talk. He came back to the country. They started practically dating online, or rather on phone, because they were now in two different continents. But their love grew to the extent that he had to go back to the US to propose to her and get married to her, and all the rest is history today. Now, they are such a sweet couple, because part of the things that jumps out at me about them is their genuineness. They just tell you they just show you every day of their life. The guy is a foodie, like he loves food.
So what is this? I don't know what that is. It's scaring me because it looks like Shaggy.
No.
It's
Hold
like
on.
a goosey?
No.
I want to guess.
Oh yeah, guess.
A goosey.
Wow. Yes, that is a goosey. Yes, what is this?
Vegetable soup.
But say a foriro.
What?
A foriro.
A foriro.
A four.
A fo.
A four means vegetables. There's a green.
Oh, so it is vegetable soup.
Yeah, you got it, but I'm just teaching you in Yoruba. Say a foriro.
A foriro.
Good. Now this is called yilata fish. Say yilata.
Yilata.
That means rub it some pepper. You understand?
Put pepper on it?
Yeah, like it's called yilata. You say yilata.
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 You have to put swag in it.
He's so annoying. I'll be like Yilata, and he's like, no, Yilata. And it's like, oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna walk around doing that. Okay.
So this is
It's
yilata.
all fish.
Yeah, that's fish. On this side, you see, this is goat meat. All right? And now this is turkey.
I like turkey.
You like turkey?
He is an adventurous musician who loves food. So they go everywhere in the US, everywhere they go, finding new cuisines by different countries, India, Morocco, Jamaica, Nigeria, and all that. And it's such an entertaining part of their channel. Another thing they also do, because people say, oh, we see your love, we see what you guys do, we love your kind of marriage and all that. So they also share about their lifestyle, how they're able to cope as married couple and all that, their challenges, their lows and their highs. And another thing that is so remarkable is how that these guys shared when they recently moved to their where they live presently, how the first 2 years of their marriage, they are married now for 3 years. The first 2 years of their marriage, they were actually squatting with the parents of his wife. So practically, he was living in his wife's house. That's something that a lot of people see as low and all that. Being from another continent, he had to learn the culture, he had to fit into the system, he had to, get documentations, since he was going to be living there as a married man and all of that. But he had a wife who was not only patient, who was supportive all the way, who never judged him. A lot of people are in a relationship where the person you want to marry is judging you, putting you down, and you're still there. I don't know how people cope with those kind of things. Now also, today, they have built quite an empire and are still building because of YouTube money, because of online business, because of doing what they love, living their life and cashing out. Okay? Now, that is very instructive for me. I think that one thing I take away from them, or things that I take away from their relationship that I want to share with you today, is for you to look beyond your village. Look beyond your village. I know how when I was single, I would always used to say, oh, I want to get married to a Caucasian, somebody, from that is not from my race. But yes, I wasn't in a place to, I didn't even travel out to go meet anyone. I wouldn't have met the ones in Abuja who just came to work with their wives, or possibly, don't mind me, but of course. But I still was determined that I was not because I had a rule per se, but I was that open-minded. What I was looking for is a human being with a heart, with the family consciousness that I wanted. Okay, so I wasn't restricting it to, oh, it has to be from my place. And trust me, I come from Igbo land. I am the first daughter of my parents, and a lot of people dump those things on you, like, oh, you're the first, you shouldn't go far, you shouldn't marry far away. All that for me is BS, because it doesn't matter where someone is from. All you should look for in marriage, if you're a lady, if you're a man, is a human being who loves you, who share your values, who is ready to do life with you, comes thick and thin. And that's where we miss it sometimes. We keep looking at, oh, somebody from my place, someone from my church, someone from my religion, someone from my political party, someone from all of those things don't matter. Right? Ling and Lamb are a classic example that you can follow your heart. I remember that Lamb, who is the guy, Lamb is actually short for his stage name Lamborghini. Okay, I remember him saying a lot of people told him not to marry his wife, don't marry an American, they don't stay in marriage, they don't do this. For God's sake, allow the person to be their own judge. Okay, let people follow their heart. A lot of people are still in such prisons. Prisons that parents, family members, friends put them, and they are allowing them to rule their lives, and they are getting, they are leaving their happiness on the table to dance to the tune of everybody. People who don't even care about you. Okay, now so that's one thing I took. The boldness to go to follow your heart is so key when it comes to the man. And for the woman, I mean, typically, and we say, how do you marry? How does an American marry an African, right? I know it happens, but it has to take people who are that open minded. Okay. Another thing is when two people who have a common goal merge, it doesn't matter what they've been through before, everything blossoms from there. Right? They have gone through the ranks, squatting with parents, not being able to afford a residence, working jobs that they didn't like, to the point where they can live their life staying in their homes and making a living because they come up with a plan, they executed it, and today it's working for them. So many couples need to learn to work together. That's what marriage is about. All of this being single in marriage, I don't understand how you guys do it. For those who are married and maybe those who are planning to marry just for some selfish reasons, I don't know how you want to cope. Okay. Now, Ling and Lab are also very fun people. They are people who that they communicate all the way. Communication is so important. I keep saying it on this channel. If you can't talk to the person you're married to, I mean, at your low, at your high, and be sure you can get the response, then it's not a relationship. It's not even fit for marriage. Quit that relationship now and find happiness. Don't get into marriage with that trap. Okay, enough of broken marriages breaking like crackers, biscuits. Please, people, they can talk about everything. And let me tell you what is so significant. Lamb used to say that he actually used to struggle with how his wife talks to him before, because that African man ego thing will come up and he's like, is she questioning my decision? Is she questioning my decision? Like he had to learn the hard way. You're not questioning your decision. She just wants to understand why are we taking the decision so that we can, I can fall in line. I can know what to say. I can also know how to act. It's very simple. Why do you want to take a decision alone and then you want another human being to follow through the decision without knowing why? Which is what a lot of people are doing in relationships. Those are some of the things that are very, very, very key. And of course, they're very cute. Super cute couple. Yeah, you can see. Very cute couple. So if you don't know them, I encourage you to go binge watch their video. You are going to find some succor. Especially if you're single and you are at the point where you're like, oh, let me give up on this and that. You don't need to. You don't need to. If you desire to get married, it will happen. You just have to keep applying yourself every day, doing the things you love. The person for you is definitely there. Like we say, there is always a man for a woman. For every woman, there's a woman for every man. Don't get it twisted. Don't put yourself under pressure. Don't allow pressure get the best part of you. Don't give up on love. Love is pure. Love is everything that it promises it is. If it's not love, you will know. If it's breaking your heart, it's not love. If it's unsure, it's not love. If it's putting you down, it's not love. So wait for it and be the person that you want to marry. Don't just, say, okay, don't hide things and have things hidden in your cupboard and want to marry somebody who will be open to you, who will be that. It doesn't work. Okay, so Ling and Black are one of my most favorite couples on here on YouTube. Of course, they're on TikTok, they're on Facebook, they're on Instagram, everywhere. Check them out and let me know what you think. All right. Now, if you have a couple you want me to check out, do let me know in the comment section. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, I don't know how else to beg you, but I'm still begging you, like, hit the subscribe button so that you can always know when I drop another video, okay? And until I come your way again, let me know the couple you want me to check out, which couple inspires you, let me know in the comment section, and what else do you want me to talk about on this channel, let me know in the comment section, ask me questions, and I'm going to do a video just about it for you, okay? Bye!